Welcome to another unboxing here on the channel, Camera Tech for You. We have a brand new Insta360 X5. So in this box that you see right here, we have the Insta360 X5 8K 360 action camera. So I've tried the X4, which is the previous generation, and I saw a lot of potential in this camera, but the problem that I had, which was I was getting noise, so video noise, outdoors and indoors, which kind of didn't make any sense for me. So I decided to get the X5, and the X5, I'm pleasantly surprised that this camera right here, I'm getting a lot less noise and I see a more usable footage as well. So here we have our unboxing of our X5 8K 360 action camera. So if you look on this side, this particular package includes the Insta360 X5, an extra battery, which is always very helpful, a utility fast charge case, a carry case, a standard lens guard, lens cap, an invisible selfie stick, which is awesome. If you've ever tried one of these, you have to try it. Basically what it is, you put the camera on a stick and you record 360 video, hence the name 360 X5 camera, and the stick becomes invisible. So basically, it's like you're holding nothing at all. So you're just like holding a fist like this in the camera. And if you look carefully, you can see that there's a hole here because that's where the stick goes. And so basically, you're getting kind of like a drone shot without a drone if the camera is up really high. And you're just getting these really cool angles all of a sudden. So fun tool. You get a USB-C cable, a protective pouch, a lens cloth, a quick start guide, and a warranty card. So let's open up this box and see what's inside. So this is our Insta360 camera. I'm very excited to show this camera. I've tested one of these cameras before. I'm very excited because this is also splash proof, waterproof, just for a couple meters. I wouldn't bring it lower than that, but keep in mind, if you are filming underwater, the footage doesn't look very good. You need to get a specific case for it. The case is a little shell that goes around the camera. It looks like a bubble. I'll put a picture up. And the shell allows you to be able to do that stitching. So the way the stick works to become invisible, it's that the camera has two lenses on each side, one side and on the other side. And when it has these two lenses, there is a little space in the middle. So the middle is called the stitch. So the stick is actually on the stitch line. That's why the stick disappears, because it's on the stitch line. If, however, the stick is crooked, or you get a selfie stick that is not straight, perfectly straight, then you'll see the selfie stick. So that's where the magic happens. It's on the stitch line. So back to our unboxing. So here's the Insta360 X5 8K 360 action camera. Let's open this. So here I use my Swiss tools, Swiss made screwdriver number 5. This was a present from my brother-in-law. He's Hungarian, but he lives in Switzerland with his wife, which is my sister, and he gave me this for Christmas. So I like to use this to open it up. So here we go. So here we open the X5. And there you go. First part open. Wow. It's padded inside for protection, but also it feels nice. So here we go. So let me put this on the side right over here. So here we have the contents of the box. So first, let's start with the selfie stick. So here is our selfie stick, and it extends like so. You can screw it onto another selfie stick to make it longer, or to a tripod, and then you attach it to the camera right over here. In here we have the extra battery. There you go. You can see that the battery will be waterproof because it has this little gasket, this blue gasket around, and the gasket prevents the water from getting into the camera. So very helpful. So if you put a new battery in a camera, always double check that it has a gasket, because if it doesn't have a gasket, there's very likelihood that it will seep water in. Next, over here we have another user manual. We'll open that in a second, and there you have it. Oh, here's another. Ooh. It's just foam, more foam, but it does feel nice. Okay. Okay, let's open up here what we have here. So in here we have our user manual, how to level your 360 experience. There's a lot of great tutorial videos online with that. I'll make some later. Safety guidelines, warranty. You have a really nice sticker. Stickers are always cool. And then you have a quick start guide and some silica gel. They have a nice case. They upgraded the case. They didn't have this case before. So here we have our camera. We have standard lens guards. These are very helpful, as you can see. And I'm just really excited to open up this camera. And this camera is completely different than all my other cameras. So all my other cameras, you set them up, you put the lens on, you add the microphone, you make sure your focus is right, make sure your exposure is right, you make sure that all the settings are dialed in, you stay behind the camera to check if everything works, and then you film. So it's great because you're behind the camera, you control the camera, you control the shot, control of the acting of what's happening in front. But you have to be behind the camera. You have to be focused on the camera. This camera is completely different. You basically figure all that stuff later. So what you do with this camera is you just grab it, you turn it on, and then you film. You try to keep it as steady as possible. This is the stitch line right here. So let me open it up. So here are the two lenses, one lens, and then the other lens. So let me show you right here. Here's the one lens, and here's the other lens. So the stitch line is right here in the middle of the camera. And all you really need to do, grab the camera, figure out where the stitch line should be off, and just film. Just be in the moment, be with your friends, with your family, with your loved ones, with your kids, and just film like this. Then later in editing, you decide which lens you want to use. Do you want to use this lens? You want to use this lens? Or you want to record in a 360-degree view and then have a 360-degree video to look at. But you do need some VR glasses to see with that. But on a regular phone, on a regular computer, what you can do is you can film in 360, which is all around, and then you can pick which side you want to focus on, or you could even start on one side and then move on the other side and just, you know, keep going back and forth where the action is. In addition to that, Insta360 comes with great software that you can use, which will help you remap your video based on the subject that you have in your video automatically through AI. It kind of figures that out for you. Then you watch it, see if you like it. If you don't like it, you make adjustments. And they made the editing process pretty simple, but you do still have to go through it, and it does take time. So one recommendation that I have for this particular camera, if you want to edit later and you're gonna sure to get to the right angle, what I recommend for you to do is to edit in 360, shoot in 360 and edit in 360. and then export in 180 once you decide which side you want to go to. If, however, you want to keep the editing to the minimum possible, what you can do is you can just shoot with one lens, one side or the other side, and then your video is pretty much done for you. As long as you keep in the ballpark, your subject in the middle, you're good to go. And option 3 will be to shoot in 360 and then have a main subject that you want to follow, and then have the AI help you create that 180-degree video. So lots of different choices with this camera. Let's keep looking inside. It's very exciting. So in here we have our camera, and we have our beautiful Insta360 sticker. We have this thing right here, which is a charging case. And here we also have another pouch. And then what else we have in here? Nothing else. So when you open this up, you have your USB-C cables right here, USB-C. You have a cleaning cloth. Oh, this is incredibly important. Before you start shooting, always clean your lens. So if you don't clean your lens, the problem is that your image gets blurry. It gets blurry not because of the camera settings, it gets blurry because there is dirt or grease on the lens. So that will bring the quality down. With an Insta360 camera, you need to understand that another feature is that if anything is close by to the camera, the resolution is going to look really, really nice. But anything far away from it, you're still going to be able to capture it, but it's going to be too far to get a good resolution. So if your subject is too far away from the camera, it doesn't work well. So think about it as a wide angle lens that you're filming. You're trying to capture everything around is going to be very high quality, but everything too far away will not be high quality. All right, so then we have our charger right over here, as you can see. And we have this lens guard. This is a really cool lens guard because it just slips right on. And one of the best features that comes with the X5 is that you can unscrew the lens, the actual lens, from the camera, and you can replace it. So you can replace the lens. You don't have to send it in. You can get a replacement kit of the lens, which costs $40, $60, depending where you buy it. And you just replace the lens yourself. And which makes it much easier to use the camera because you're not so worried about scratching the lens, because you can buy another lens and replace it for less than $50, both lenses. So makes it really, really, really fun. So don't quote me on the price. The prices change a lot with tariffs and everything like that. So in this box, we also have a lens guard. So the lens guard, one thing that I know for sure, I bought the wrong lens guards, and it gives me an error. So my recommendation is to spend the extra money, buy the Insta360 lens guards, because those will work without any hiccups. The other ones do work, but it causes some issues. So save yourself a headache and use the lens guards that come with your kit, or buy them separately if you want an extra protection on your lens. For me, I always want that extra protection on the lens because I don't want to replace the lens. But the lenses are so cheap now that it makes it feel like you should change them. All right, so here's a little kit that I have. So in here, what we can do is you can click right here, grab this, slides right in here, clicks in place. Then on the Insta360 itself, pop the battery out just like that, lock it up. If one way doesn't work, always try the other. Don't push it too hard. Now they're both charging in here. There's also spaces for micro SD cards. You do need to purchase one to put it in. It doesn't come with this kit. it would slide in right there. So here we have our Insta360. It has a little plastic guard, so I'm not worried about scratching it. Again, you can replace it. The lens guards right here, user manual, and everything is charging. So here is the Insta360. It's an amazing little camera. And again, to iterate the point I said, what's really great about this camera is that it's different than any other camera out there. It records in 360 degrees, which means you do not have to have a shot in mind. You do not have to think about what shot do you want or what angle do you want. You just get it all. You decide later in editing. Or you have the AI give you an option, and then you can decide whether or not you want to take that option or not. So in conclusion, the Insta360 X5 has good image quality, records at 360 degrees, and it's the best cameras for your family, friends, and little kids, because you can just have it in your hands. You can record everything, be in the moment. You just have to hold it in your hands, or you can get a contraption to put it on your body or stand it somewhere, and you can be in the moment, not miss that moment, and also record that moment at the same time. So this is all for today for Camera Tech for You. I hope this X5 quick review and unboxing gave you some ideas which camera you want to get next. Thanks again for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video so more people can watch it. See you in the next one.